Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Factorio. I'm your host, Alex, and this is FCOG Gaming, my channel. Um, if you did not catch the last episode, I was getting ready to deploy some robots, which I'm still working on at the beginning of this video here. Basically, I noticed that my iron's running a little low, so I decided to fix that up first. And then biters come in and pretty much destroy what I just worked on, so I had to rebuild it. And yeah, but basically the robots are great, especially the construction robots. They make life a heck of a lot easier. Logistics robots are cool too, especially once you start getting into more advanced manufacturing and you don't want to be running belts everywhere. I have a pretty far spread area that I'm setting up my camp in, and I'm still finding myself running out of room in certain spots. So those logistics robots will definitely help um, with kind of the smaller priority stuff that doesn't need to be producing 24/7. But yeah, basically just grabbing those electric engines there and making some construction robots right off the bat. You might have caught there that I made my repair pack factory, which is basically an electronic circuit and a gear. Put those together and you have your repair pack. And while I'm waiting on those robots to finish up, I'm expanding my blue science factory. You might remember me saying in the last episode that I wasn't really happy with how it turned out. Well, this is me attempting to fix it. It still definitely needs some tweaking as far as balancing the supplies and everything like that, but it's better than the way that I left it off. And there are those robots. I let them free, and they go about repairing all the walls that have been damaged since pretty much the beginning of when I started playing. So, yeah, at first, this network's going to be very limited just because I am so far spread out, and the radius of the robots is relatively small compared to the rest of my factory. But yeah, we'll slowly start working on that. But yeah, and so I go back to expanding my blue science packs here. The biggest problem that I'm running into is, well, first off, my iron supply is lacking, which I definitely need to work on that just for efficiency overall. And also, I'm not, even when I do have the supply of iron there, I'm not quite producing enough steel and electric circuits to keep everything running properly. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to resolve that at some point. Even the episodes that I've already recorded, I haven't gotten around to fixing that yet. But it's a work in progress, definitely. So yeah, just grabbing some more belts there and getting this all set up before I actually power it up, which is always a good way for me, at least to make sure that everything's working correctly before I let it go full blast. And yeah, this is about the time that I realized that I'm not making quite enough material to supply everything properly. But I do have it hooked up, and it's working for now. Um, like I said, I'll just have to in the future get around to making that a little bit more efficient. So yeah, just kind of doing some maintenance here. That's one of the things that's always a chore when you're playing with the aggressive fighters, rather than the more sandbox mode, is they're always coming and they're always messing up your stuff, and you just have to keep on top of it, otherwise everything's going to break down. But the those construction robots do help out quite a bit, especially once you get to the point where you have pretty much everything automated, and they can just go to a chest, pick up anything that was destroyed, and place it back down. That's definitely a good advantage to have. So yeah, if you are a new player and you haven't unlocked that yet and you're wondering what the big deal is, definitely try that. It's basically a game changer when you get those robots, because it makes everything so much easier. And yeah, I can't say enough about them, I guess. But yeah, just continually trying to tweak those blue science packs. But yeah, it's kind of like squeezing blood out of a turnip at this point. But yeah, another thing that I need to start amping up is my advanced circuit production. That way I can start making module chips and stuff like that. Um, Not quite to the point where I really need them, but since I am going to be switching over to primarily solar power, um, that definitely helps keep your energy down and also boosts speed when you need it. So it's one of those things where, depending on what all you need, it can definitely help you out. So, um, but it's one of those things again that's kind of a work in progress. As is, I'm actually not producing enough advanced circuits to supply those blue science packs. I'm just basically running off of the reserve at this point. But again, it's something that I it works for now. Even if it is trickling out those science packs, it's going to be something that I can upgrade later. And for right now, it's doing the job. It might not be doing it as fast as I want it to, but it's working. Um, so yeah. Um, what else do I need to talk about here? Yeah, just basically trying to get that iron where it needs to be. I think one of the things that will fix my problem there is putting the blue belts down in between the two lines of refineries. I think that will supply it with enough ore to keep it going continually. Right now, it's not, and yeah, I was noticing my copper was kind of lacking, which should never happen at this point because I have so much copper ore coming in. But yeah, I basically amped up the belt there, solved that problem. But as you can see, I already have the red belts for the iron. So I'm going to start needing, or start to build some blue belts to basically shove all that ore through so that it can be processed. Another alternative that I've thought of doing as far as that goes is making another set of lines for the iron, but I'm not sure if that would really be better or not. I might have to mess around with it maybe off camera or in a different episode. I'm not sure. So, and you notice my power is kind of spiking there. That's because I have so many laser turrets out now that when they all fire at the same time, it basically sucks all the power out of the system. So I do build some accumulators just to kind of prevent that from happening. And yeah, those, I think I end up leaving those there, but they do help offset that when there's that big discharge from all the laser turrets. Um, Once I start getting into solar and all that stuff, I definitely have a bigger accumulator farm. But for right now, that at least serves the purpose of kind of keeping it from spiking like it was. But yeah, so just kind of going on my way here. Um, Now let's see. And here I'm attempting to put together, I believe, a factory for more advanced circuits. Or no, that's for my solar panels. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, they basically just having that automated, so that way I can make a blueprint um, of a panel farm and just kind of duplicate it wherever I need it, and that helps out with power quite a bit. It also cuts down on your construction time because, like I said, you can just order your construction robots to make it for you, and it'll just go as you need it. So you might notice those logistics robots going back and forth. I don't really have anything set up for the system as far as automation goes, but I do have a certain amount that I want to keep in my personal inventory as far as iron plates and copper plates and steel plates and stuff like that go. But yeah, as of right now, I don't really have enough logistics robots to support that. I'm definitely making more stuff than they're able to keep me supplied with. But yeah, for right now, it works. Also setting up a factory there to make the metal power lines, which I'm going to use that in those blueprints as well. And eventually here, I'm going to pick up some of those solar panels once they start being produced. And I'm going to lay out for that blueprint. But yeah, so in the meantime, I think I make some more accumulators as well. Basically, I want to get that automated as well. And that way, like I said, I can just plop down those tiles, and everything will be made accordingly, which is always a good thing. So, yeah. And there is the first chest that I actually hook into the logistics network. Um, and that's my accumulator factory. And we will get into those blueprints like I mentioned in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching and take care of yourself out there. Hi everybody, it's Alex from FCOG Gaming again, and if you're wondering why I'm showing myself instead of more gameplay, that's where you come in. I really do enjoy making these Let's Play videos, but I'm always up for something new, so if you have a challenge for me, or if you would like me to slow down and go into a certain aspect of the game that you don't quite understand, let me know, and your idea could be the inspiration for an FCOG video. As always, take care of yourself, and thanks for watching.